If you're new here, here's a quick recap of our journey. My husband Joshua and I are trying to have 2 babies at the same time using 2 surrogates in Mexico. We started with 40 frozen eggs, all from the same egg donor, which became 10 viable embryos after testing. 6 on my side, M1 through 6, and 4 on Joshua's side, J1 through 4. M1 was transferred in February, and is now 15 weeks along. It's a boy! J1 didn't take, so J2 was transferred in April, and is now almost 6 weeks, with the first ultrasound happening tomorrow. That's our journey so far. For this week's updates, first at 15 weeks, M1 is as big as a pear. At just under 6 weeks, J2 is as big as a jelly belly. We're anxiously awaiting J2's first ultrasound tomorrow, which will show us if there's a gestational sac and possibly how many. Remember that J2's beta numbers tripled when they normally just double, so there's a possibility of multiples. We received Joshua's certified birth certificate this week. Once I get mine, we'll send both of them to the Texas Secretary of State to get apostilled. This is to confirm our U.S. citizenship, and thus our children's U.S. citizenship, after the babies are born for the exit process to the United States. We're still waiting on our certified marriage certificate. We also sent out 7 more thank you cards yesterday. To those of you who sent registry gifts, thank you all so much. This week we also started mapping out our parental leave plans, figuring out how to stagger it for both births and the return home, as well as alternating with each other. I also hosted a Q&A on Instagram stories this week and thought I'd share a couple interesting questions. If J2 is twins, will both babies be the same sex? Yes, because we only transferred 1 embryo. If that embryo split, both of those resulting babies would be the same sex. What will we call ourselves? I'll be variations of dad, like daddy and dada. Joshua will be variations of papa, like pop and pa. What did you look for when picking the egg donor? We needed a donor who already had enough frozen eggs for 2 journeys. If she only had 1 cycle or was only willing to do 1 cycle, there's a chance we would run out and then our children wouldn't be related. Not a deal breaker, but something we could have avoided. We were also looking for someone who kind of looked like a combination of both of us, so that our children would not only look related to each other, but also to us. Medically, we were looking for an egg donor who passed all of our agency screening, and that would be every egg donor we looked at. Next week, we'll have big news about J2 surrogates' first ultrasound, and we're getting closer to M1 surrogates' next checkup on May 20th. Thank you all for following along, and we'll continue to keep you updated along the way.